everyone, I'm Ryanne Cunningham, and today's tutorial is going to be on downward facing dog and child's pose. So I did have a request for that I want to deliver to everyone. Just a quick breakdown of both poses. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start out on our hands and knees. So in your hands and knees, I'd like you to just do a few rounds of cat and cow, in traditional cat-cow. So be able to relax your belly down, tilt your tailbone up, tilt your chin up, and then exhale, round your spine, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin. So all we're doing here is just trying to wake up our back a little bit, because I want you to be able to find the extension of your spine in down dog. So just wake up the back, a few more breaths, a few more movements. Good, let's come to a neutral spine. So in your neutral spine, look down at your hands, have your hands about shoulder width apart, and be able to separate your fingers really wide apart. So don't have the hands closed, and don't have the palm of your hand next to the thumb lifted. You want the palm to be flat also. So the space between the pointer and the thumb, make sure you're also firmly pressing there. You're pressing into your arms, so straighten your arms out. And don't allow your shoulders to roll up towards your ears. Shoulders go down away from the ears, so the eyes of your elbows, that's right here, the crease of your elbow, is forward. Okay, so you have those elbows forward, shoulders back. And now, in your long spine, when we take down dog, we don't want to round our spine up like a cat spine. You want to have that neutral spine. Feel that tailbone, feel your sits bones. Sits bones are the lower part of your hips. Feel your sits bones tilt up, kind of like that cow spine that we were just doing. Keep the belly pulling in, keep the shoulders back. Curl your toes under, and you're going to keep the spine lengthening, but also lead with the tailbone, lead with the sits bones up to the ceiling. So palms flat, arms are long, lift your hips up, and don't worry about straightening your legs out at this point. Be able to relax your head and chest through those arms. Keep the eyes of those elbows forward, palms flat, arms lengthening, shoulders away from the ears, and then just turn your head side to side, let go of the neck. Feel your head and chest fall through the arms a little bit deeper. Feel those hips and sits bones lifting. So it's all about finding the length of your spine before touching the floor with your heels. Don't worry about the heels touching the floor. That's the last thing that you want to worry about. It's that length of your spine. Then, maybe if those hammies or the Achilles tendons are a little tight, keep one knee bent, straighten that other leg out. And as you do that, you're going to alternate side to side just to wake up those legs a little bit. Keep that length in your spine. So if you go to straighten both legs out and you bend and you round your spine, this is not the down dog that we want to maintain. Bend your knees, lift the hips up, lengthen your spine, relax the head, press into those palms, and then last are the heels to relax down. And again, don't worry if the heels touch or not. Maybe just ease into that. Gradually allow your heels to work their way to the mat. And again, pedaling, pressing, focus on the length of your spine and breathe. And you're going to hold down dog as long as you like. Maybe it's 5 to 10 breaths or longer. Now as we take a break, child's pose, you're going to take your gaze forward between the hands. You're going to take your shoulders forward a little bit over the wrists, and then bend your knees down to the mat. So in our child's pose, you have a few options here. You are going to uncurl your toes. The option one is being able to walk your knees together and first sit back on your heels. Okay, so sitting back on your heels. If you do not have any knee discomfort right here, go ahead and start to walk your hands forward, keeping the arms straight, and then head is going to rest onto the floor, chest onto your thighs, and then relax your forearms and elbows to the mat. Okay, if that's not an option, sometimes a little bit of low back tension or tightness, you're going to keep the big toes touching, take the knees about mat width apart, sit back onto your heels, walk your hands forward, and be able to relax your forehead and head down to the mat. and your forearms are going to rest onto the mat also. So if there's any discomfort in your knees, either direction with the knees, your hips do not have to go all the way down to the heels. You can also keep your hips up high, forearms down, forehead down. Forehead can rest on a block, arms can extend down along the sides. So there's many different variations to a child's pose, but you don't want knee discomfort or back discomfort. You want to be able to settle into your child's pose comfortably, relaxing the neck, your shoulders, your back, hips, and knees. And you can hold child's pose as long as you would like. This is a resting pose, so anytime during your practice, if you need a break during your practice, this is the pose you want to enter into. So, and with child's pose, you're welcome to hold as long as you would like at any point. This can also be your Shavasana too if you'd rather. So for down dog, that's your tutorial for down dog and child's pose. So thank you very much. Namaste.